Is there no sound? Hang on. Hang on a second. Yeah, I can't hear anything either. How did I screw that up? Hang on, let me try something. My capture card might have just, like, died. Let me just click something random. Get a sound effect going. Yeah, it's my capture card. Hang on a second. There we go. Okay, we got it going. Hog. Okay, so let's jump right in. How do I play this mysterious mushroom game? You must be a new traveler, still foreign to this, huh? I'll be giving you important information here and there, so please listen carefully and follow along. First, I want to talk to you. To talk to us, double-click us with the mouse. Left and right arrow allow you to move. Press Alt to jump. Jump diagonally by combining it with the directional keys. Try it later. Man, the sun is literally burning my beautiful skin. It's a scorching day today. Can I ask you for a favor? Give me a mirror from Sarah, please. Thank you. Sarah will be on the hill down on the east side, hanging up the laundry. The mirror looks like this. So, and you can remap these keys. I'm going to do that right now. I prefer to jump with the space bar. And I'm going to go ahead and change my attack key to X. That's just a setup that's more comfortable for me. All right, let's go. This is Sarah. We got to get the mirror. Double click on the NPC. How am I going to hang all these up? Here's the mirror. Called her lazy. Brutal. All right. You see that shiny spot? We call it a portal. If you press up arrow, you'll get to the next place. So long. Okay, bye then. Who's this guy? Roger. Hey, you there. Can I talk to you for a minute? I'm Roger, the instructor who helps new travelers. I'm doing it because I want to. And he damaged me a bit. And Roger teaches you how to use consumable items. Press I to open inventory, and then double-click the apple to use it to heal yourself. And we can also assign potions to our hotkeys, which you can see in the bottom right corner. This version is like very, very old school, so we don't have any HUD scaling. This is Nina. A little more to the right, you'll find a house with an orange roof. That's my house. My brother Sen's in there. We have to talk to her brother by going in the portal. And then Sen wants us to tell his sister he wants mushroom soup for dinner. There we go. And this is the tutorial, of course, teaching us all the basic functions of the game while giving us a little bit of XP. I plan on making this character a magician, which their job change, their first job, you get it at level 8 rather than level 10. Okay. So we fight these things. They're called Junior Sentinels. In case you didn't catch that whole text box, I got my first job at 21, paid anyway. Nice. And in the top left of the map, you can see that there's that green dot. Oh, that doesn't connect. You got your first job at 21? Kids these days. I babysat hella early to buy manga. Hell yeah. I was technically 15, I think, when I got my first job. Oh, they don't even hurt you. It said that they had their power sealed away by a powerful mage. But I thought that just meant they would deal 1 damage to me or something. But they don't even hurt you at all. I had to do the thing where I talked to my school district to let them know that I had a part-time job. The whole thing where you only are able to work like a certain very low number of hours per week. Are you the one that Todd is training to hunt? He said something about you having the potential to be a great hunter. Yeah, we got the follow from Plan Bravo. Thank you and welcome to the Knighthood, Plan Bravo. Oh man, we leveled up. Let's go. I was 16. I worked doing data entry for a magazine company. It lasted a few years and then corporate took over and rolled it into the other clerical work. Oh man. I thought that my experience was unique, but a lot of people had jobs when they were very young. Okay. So we place the cursor on top of the skill. Oh man, the snails, the 3 snails still use the shells as ammunition. Oh my god, that's godlike. We got to take nimble feet though. Let's be for real. Nimble feet, we got to take nimble feet. We'll put that on shift, I guess. And then S is to bring up your stats. You get 5 ability points every time you level up. And yes, my character is imperfect. I have a 4-5 rather than a 4-4. The min-max is not real. I clicked that die for like 100 years, trust me. I helped my old man even earlier with landscaping, but I was paid in food. I remember I helped my friend's aunt move a bunch of stuff out of a basement, and she gave me some cash, and I spent it all on Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Ask me any questions you may have on traveling. What happens when I die? It's a heavy question. How do I become a magician? If you want to become a magician, for you to do that, you have to head over to Victoria Island, head to a magician town called Alinea. At the very top lies the magic library. Inside, you'll meet the head of all wizards, Grendel the really old, who will teach you everything about becoming a wizard. Oh, by the way, unlike other jobs, to become a magician, you only need to be level 8. What comes with making the job advancement early also comes with the fact that it takes a lot to become a truly powerful mage. If you also need at least 20 intelligence, however, think long and carefully before choosing your path. The cool thing about that job is that in the same building, I had to drop off the work that was also the same building if interviews for magazines were in. So I had a few elevator rides with celebrities. Everyone says that Martha Stewart is a jerk in person, but she was super chill. Cool. 20 intelligence? Oh, hell nah. Yeah, for magicians, your main attack stat is intelligence, that all of your damage and whatnot scales from. Luck, I think, has a little bit of scaling as well, but also determines your equipment that you can wear as a mage. Oh, that's cool. There's little tooltips here. Increases MP growth on level up. I think parents should set up chores and shit as levels and reward so much XP the gamers can level up and ease into life. I know that we were trying to really gamify chores and whatnot back in the day to stay productive and be good people. He recommends seeing Mai. Take down 10 snails before seeing her. So one interesting thing about old school MapleStory is that when you're a beginner right now, like you start as a oops. The wrong key. When you're a beginner, you're oh, I got to change that. It's like some sort of chat function. Messenger. Anyway, when you're a beginner, I got to keep track of how many snails I'm killing. Man, this is super old school. I'm here for it. Your damage would only scale off of strength. That's the default stat for physical attacks like this. Because I want to be a magician, but I don't have any magic attacks yet. So it was always really annoying if you wanted to play a class that didn't have strength scaling. Because essentially you would be stuck with the bare minimum damage for basically for the first 10 levels until you got your job advancement and got your first skill. And for this server, they changed it so that your damage scales with whatever your highest skill happens to be. So that magicians and thieves who don't scale off of strength naturally still have still have a means to level up when they're just starting out. Oh, that's cool. They teach you about hidden portals. Because I job advance at level 8, I don't want to accidentally earn too much experience. The way that the scaling of the beginner quests in this tutorial area is set up, generally you leave we're on Maple Island right now, and then the main continent is called Victoria Island. But the tutorial is generally going to set you up to be level 7, between level 7 and level 9 when you get to Victoria Island. Damn. There's so many monsters all over the place. I like it, though. I gotta remember to keep casting my nimble feat, because it gives me extra move speed. I'm getting worried. I need to get this letter to Lucas, but it's an urgent matter. I need him to know about this ASAP. I have things to do here for a while. Yeah, I'll take the letter to Lucas for you. Lucas is in Amherst. Head northeast. Yeah, on this map, it's a horizontal, skinny map, but there's a split path. I'm gonna try to just jump past all of these monsters for now. Until I get a quest that's gonna force me to slay them. Here's the trainer that we were looking for. Beautiful. We want to make sure to still allocate all of our points into intelligence, because every time we level up, with the higher our intelligence is, the more MP we get when we level. And then once we actually get our magician equipment, that's when we'll start worrying about how much luck we need to wear our gear. Looks like you can use a bit of my guidance. Please train me. Hunt the monsters. It's very simple, actually. All you need to do right now is hunt the monsters. That's MapleStory in a nutshell. Don't think, just hunt the monsters. We need 10 snails, 10 blue snails, and 10 shrooms. Press W to see the world map and locate South Perry. Go there and meet Biggs, and he may have something in store for you. You can take on Biggs' quest while training with me, so I suggest you meet him pronto. That's actually a really good note, because being able to sort of double dip on quests is super useful. I'm going to go to Amherst first in order to turn in that letter to Lucas. They'll let me take the portal. Wait. Let me pull up the world map. Okay. I was going to say, how far away is Amherst? Damn, that dude's got a whole shield. Okay. There's also an old MapleStory tradition where you're a perma beginner, where you stay on Maple Island and you never job change. And you just hang out. Need all the snail shells for shooting people with. Oh, you're familiar with that, Atona. Yeah. The snail shells that you find provide ammo for your skills. This 3 snails skill. What's really good about it is that it's flat damage. So, and it's a ranged attack, so it's actually really useful. Put that on the F key. Just so I don't hit it by accident, but I know where it is when I want to use it. Here's Lucas, finally. This is definitely the letter from Maria. Oh, thank you. I was beginning to get worried. Here's the reply letter. Cool. We'll take these 2 quests. I think you're still having trouble adjusting to life in Maple World. I'm going to give you a brief rundown on this place and then give you a quiz. Once you answer them all correctly, I'll be giving you a small present as a sign of appreciation, something that will come in handy. Okay, Maple quiz. Don't underestimate the questions for the quiz. There's still a lot to learn about this place, you know. Listen carefully. It'll all be on the quiz. Okay. Control for attack, Alt for jump, Z to pick up items. You can use key config located in the bottom right corner. Job advancement. You have to be at least level 10. Magicians have to be level 8. Okay, let's take the quiz. What do you press to open up the item inventory? That's the I key. Can you wear an item by double-clicking it with your mouse? Yes. You have to meet the stat and level requirements for that as well. Next question. Inventory is the E key. Excuse me, your equipment is the E key. There's 4 out of 7. Yeah, we never showed. This is our inventory right now. Just the beginner gear. And then the default axe they give you. What do you press to pick up an item on the ground? That's the Z key. Very classic. Z is used to pick up items on the ground dropped by monsters. The other key you can use to pick up items would be a 0 on the number pad. As for the seldom used X, you can do that to sit on a chair. Once you head over to Victoria Island, you'll find some chairs you can sit on. You should try it since you recover much faster by sitting as opposed to just standing still. That's a super old way to save potions, is you sit on a chair and it gives you passive recovery to heal and regenerate MP before you get to training. You're closer and closer to making job advancement. 5th question. You can see we're almost leveled up just from doing these beginner quests. What level do you have to be in order to make the job advancement as a magician? Level 8. You also need at least 20 intelligence. Beautiful. Again, we're going to assign this intelligence so we can keep getting more and more MP. We've already got the minimum requirement, but we're just going to keep going. More intelligence, more MP, more spells, more mage. Every time you level up, you can raise your character's ability points. How many AP do you get after level up? That's 5. You got to be careful not to misclick as well and put a point into a stat that you don't want or don't need. All right. You can only make the job advancement at Victoria Island, but you're currently at Maple Island. Where do you have to go in order to get the ride to Victoria Island? That is South Perry. Beautiful. Now we'll take Pio's quest. He gives you the chair, by the way. 5 rusty screws, 5 old wooden boards. Oh my god. You got to break open these crates all over town and pick up the rusty screws and the old wooden boards. I think it's slightly faster to do this. This is old school tech. Crouch, stab. Oh, I never assigned my skill point. 3 snails actually has 3 levels. The first one uses a snail shell. The second level uses a blue snail shell. The third one uses a red snail shell. I think we're going to take recovery. I think you have enough skill points as a beginner to max all of your beginner skills. So we don't have to worry about having to give up on one. Ooh, free potion. We'll put our healing down here on our quick slots. We only need 1 more rusty screw and 1 more wooden board. Perfectly leads us right back over here. Let's go. Mesos. You love to see it. And we level up from that. Amazing. And then he gives you dun da 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 the relaxer. This goes in the setup tab. This is where all your chairs go. The purple relaxer. Catch your breath. Relax by sitting on this chair. Recover 50 HP and 8 MP every 10 seconds. So you double click this to equip it. And then in the key config, you can change what is your sit key. At least that's how it's supposed to work. Or is that only to actually sit on benches and stuff? But do I have to manually assign this? Oh, okay. I have to manually assign my chair, but the actual sit key is to interact with environmental chairs like Hollow Knight. Okay, so now I can sit. And we're going to have to abuse that in order to save money. So we don't have to spend everything on potions. So next up, we have to head towards South Perry to find Biggs. So we can accept his quest. And we can do his quest alongside Mai's training. We still need to kill 10 snails, 10 blue snails, and 10 shrooms. I'm going to ignore the red snails for now. Once again, I don't know if the incidental XP I would be getting matters by just killing whatever's in front of me as I move back and forth. But I am already level 5, so I do have to be careful that I might actually over-level. It says to double-click Paul. Who are you? Oh, he's the event NPC. Oh, there he is. I'll give you something nice if you get me 3 orange mushroom caps and 15 blue snail shells. Okay. Orange mushrooms are, I think, the most dangerous monster on Maple Island. They're hard to fight, but you can take them down pretty easily if you use the 3 snails skill. Because the red snail shells deal like a guaranteed 40 damage or something. but I don't have any quests to kill red snails, so I think I'm going to avoid that for now. Yes, Power Cuties, we're finally playing some Maple. I gotta make sure that I keep track of how many snails. I might just leave that open. This is a true old school version, so it doesn't have the quest helper, which is like a UI element that live updates as you make progress on a quest. Like, we get 50 XP. This is a hat that has a level limitation. I think you're strong enough to wear this. Oh, I never assigned my other skill points. I lost out on potential MP. I'm a scrub. I could double level... No. We'll level recovery. Oh, is it just... Is it all we got? What do the snails give you? The snails drop snail shells, and then you use the snail shells as ammo for your 3 snails skill. But I have a quest where I have to get 15 snail shells, so I can't use them. I just have to punch everything. Yellow headband, luck +1. Man, that's fine, I guess, because I do technically scale with luck, but not really. So I need to kill 2 more shrooms. I have to find snails. I have to back up 1 map. I think that's where all the snails live. Normally, I wouldn't be hitting for this much damage as a beginner, but because they changed the formula so that because I scale with my highest stat as a beginner and not just strength, I'm still doing very solid damage, which is super helpful. 3 more blue snails, and then 10 snails. And then I have to find the orange mushrooms. Ah, there they are. I'm intentionally being very careful so I don't overlevel. That's what I'm most worried about. Ideally, I would like to complete every single quest. That's what I like to do in MMOs. In MMORPGs, everybody kind of has their personal playstyle and their personal goals they like to set. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I want to get really rare items that are hard to find and sell them to other players or stuff like that. I like to do all the quests. Some players just like the power level. I don't care about doing the quests or whatever. I want to get to the highest level as fast as possible, start doing end game content. Captain Sarah's actually hanging out in the chat and is in the middle of a quest to max divination in RuneScape 3 to get a special unique cape. Okay. When I kill 10 snails, it'll trigger the quest completion, allegedly. Indeed. There's so many blue snails. I do have to kill the blue snails so I can get their shells for bigs. Do you play RuneScape? Not me, no. I missed the boat on RuneScape. I had some friends that played it back in the day when I was in school. But I never got around to it. When I was in the mood to like play a MMO, I just played MapleStory. I like the art style, I like the vibes. It was free, it's free to play. You know, I didn't have World of Warcraft money when I was a chillin'. I need 3 more snail shells, and then I have to go find orange mushrooms. I should be able to hit them. Another thing in MapleStory is that monsters have a dodge rating. And if your accuracy is too low or you're too low leveled compared to the monster you're trying to fight, you just won't be able to hit it. So I don't know if orange mushrooms are too difficult for me to fight. I've killed all the snails on the map. There's only blue snails left. Well, I need 3 shells anyway, so. My damage range is abysmal. There's also a stat called Mastery. That makes it so you have a more regular damage range, which essentially is a DPS increase, right? When you're doing more consistent damage. Because look, my damage range, you can see here, is between 9 and 28. Absolutely ridiculous. I got to keep remembering. Oh, there's a snail. Good, good, good. I have to like go back one more map. What? Oh, I need to kill 2 more shrooms. Okay. I thought I killed all the shrooms already. The job of magician is difficult. You have to min-max. It's not you have to min-max. You have to be very specific about what you're allowed to hunt so you don't accidentally over-level. The good news is that as soon as we get to Victoria Island, we can take a taxi cab to Alinea, which is the city in the Magic Forest where all the mages live. So we don't have to spend an eternity walking and having to dodge monsters. We can get our job advancement and then go from there. Okay. And now Mai gives me a quest to hunt orange mushrooms. So I'm going to kill those anyway and get stuff for Biggs. So we're going to head towards Amherst. And on this map, you can see at the top of the mini map on the top left corner, those blue dots are all portals. And in one of those portals is a map that contains orange mushrooms. Oh, there's one. God, I don't remember them being that fast. Oh my God, bro. Slow down. Okay, I can hit them. That's good. That's good. That's actually really helpful. Oh yeah, look at this tech skill. My jump attack. These are frame perfect inputs, by the way. I'm lying about that, but anyway. Hell yeah. That's 2 orange mushroom caps. That is another important point. The orange mushrooms are not guaranteed to drop orange mushroom caps, so I could get unlucky. Oh, there's more up top. In MapleStory, there's a lot of, I call them mixed maps, where multiple monster species all appear on a single map. And the more efficient training spots are solely populated by just one monster type, right? So if you're doing a quest or you're looking for a specific item drop, then you want to go towards those maps. But on Maple Island, we've got the whole range of things to slay. I'm currently level 6. So turning in these 2 quests will put me in like level 7.5. And I think that's all the quests on Maple Island. Ow. Let's talk to Mai. Turn in this quest. All right, you'll have to start making job decisions once you reach level 8. If you haven't met Rain, I suggest you do. She'll quiz you on things. We already did that. Remember to allocate my intelligence so I can keep getting more MP scaling. And we can put our last skill point into our 3 snails skill. So now our 3 snails uses red snail shells as ammunition, but we aren't going to need it anymore. Yuna's got a quest for us. Ooh. I should be able to turn in the quest for Biggs and then do Yuna's quest and then skedaddle. Nice. We get the fruit knife, which I believe is stronger than the axe. It has like a crazy attack speed. Yeah. Ooh, we get the blue sporty cap for extra MP too. All right, Yuna. I haven't seen you around here before. I received a letter from Tio in Lith Harbor. He asked me to be on the lookout for new adventurers. All right. Bring back 20 snail shells and 15 spores. I think I have that. I have 21 snail shells and 6 spores. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to hit. I'm really praying, chat. I have to kill these little shroomy guys to get spores. I'm hoping that the XP from killing shrooms and the experience from turning in that quest does not put me at level 9. There's no way they would troll me like that, right? Can I look at... Yeah. Okay. I think I've only accidentally slain 2 enemies more than what was absolutely necessary to complete quests. As another job where you have to get to level 10, you'd have a much bigger buffer to just slap things out of your way. Oh my god, those didn't drop the spores. Oh no. Unlucky. Let's check inside here. One of these maps might be only shrooms or something. Or mostly shrooms. So it's easier for me to hunt and not accidentally gain experience from some other monster. It is very important that I make my job advancement at level 8 before I hit level 9. Otherwise, I lose out on skill points for that job. And furthermore, I want to complete all the quests on Maple Island, because once you leave Maple Island, you can never come back. So this is truly a conundrum. All right, I need 4 more spores. Let me assign my intelligence before I forget. Oh no. I gotta remember to use my nimble feet for movement speed. Oh, man. I need 1 more. I think it's 14, did he say? 15. All right, I need 2 more. My passive HP recovery is offsetting all the damage I'm taking from these snails, which is helpful. Okay, 1 more spore. Are there any more shrooms on this map? The struggle of trying to find one specific monster. All right, there's one. There's a couple up there. Okay, we got it. All right, now let's go back to South Perry. Our current XP is 49 out of 840. So as long as this quest doesn't give me like 900 experience or something for some reason and troll the shit out of me, we're Gucci. I think this is the last quest. Chef the Chef. I have to find that NPC. Okay, only 100 XP. Okay. Where is Chef the Chef? There's a locally famous restaurant owner named Chef who travels between South Perry and Lift Harbor. You can find him in those towns. Oh, there he is. I just walked right past him. Chef. Snail shell soup. 20 red snail shells and 1 blue potion. I am incredibly worried that this quest is going to level me up, but I want to do every single quest. Let me do a little bit of research. Because I have to... And then this person says a lesson in job advancement. I don't know if that's also going to give me experience. Oh, God. I can just buy the blue potion in the shop. They're like 200 mesos. How much mesos do I have? I have 1,000 mesos. Okay. And then 20 red snail shells. I'm so nervous. Can I buy potions in here? I think I have to buy them in Amherst. All right, red snails, here I come. That other quest only gave me 100 XP, so surely they've calculated this properly so that you're allowed to do all the quests as a magician. Like, don't, and if you just want to get to level 8 and then go job advance, you can definitely do that. Delicately, precisely making sure I don't damage any other monsters. I'm only hunting red snails. Why is this so stressful? Ooh, damn, I one-shot that. I'm walking to Amherst so I can get a blue potion, and then that way I can focus just on hunting red snails, and then when I get enough shells, the quest will auto-complete. Nope. Oh, wait, I forgot I've got the hat and the fruit knife. Some slightly better equipment now. I think maybe the potion shop is over here. Yeah, there it is. This is the last quest of Maple Island. Does it tell me how much XP I get? No, it's not in the description. I think in modern MMOs, they let you know ahead of time what the reward for the quest would be. But I just wanted to get a read on how much XP it's going to give me. Because as I hunt the red snails, you know, I'm also accumulating experience. I really, really hope that I don't somehow ruin this character by hitting level 9. and that it's just like nearly mathematically impossible to do all the Maple Island quests without over leveling. You know, because every other job advancement happens at level 10, they would prioritize just kind of front loading a lot of experience in the tutorial quests so that when you get to Victoria Island, you're just level 10 and you're ready to make your first job advancement and then start using your skills and start playing the game. But maybe I'll be fine. Let's check in here for snails. Looks to just be blue snails and regular snails in here. Let's try over here. I imagine this map might be all like, oh my god, I hit the box instead? Rude. That's actually really hilarious. That the crate is the prioritized entity to take my hit there. Maybe red snails at the bottom. This is another point in MapleStory map design, is they will put the higher level enemies deeper into the map. Like if you start at the top like this, the stronger enemies will be at the bottom, and vice versa. If you enter the map at the bottom, they'll put the stronger enemies at the top. So that way, like if a new player accidentally walks into that map, they don't just get blindsided by something really strong. You can see the weaker enemies, and it gives you a visual indicator of the level range of what you're actually going to be fighting. In later versions of MapleStory, they eventually add, when a monster is way stronger than you, its like name will be different when you hit it. Its name will pop up and an HP bar. But in old school MapleStory, there is none of that. You just got to know what the enemies look like. That's what it means to hunt. When they say go kill red snails, you have to go find a red snail. We need 7 more of these shells. Let's check in here. I'm trying to find a map that's all red snails. Here we go. There's some up here. This is the strong snail map. What's this map called? Does it have a name? Yeah. Snail Field. Yeah, this was what I was looking for. A lot of modern, quote-unquote, modernized, old school MapleStory servers will have auto looting, so you don't have to press the Z key to pick things up. But I actually don't mind pressing the pickup key to grab things. Eventually, there is like a quality of life thing that they add where you can get a pet, and the pet will pick up items for you, so you can focus on just slaying things as fast as you can. And there's even upgrades for pets where they can use potions for you. So like when you take a big hit or fall below a certain HP threshold, they'll use a potion on you. 2 more red snail shells. I'm like nervous. I feel like it's not automatically going to tell me I have enough shells as soon as I get them. But I know it will. I'm almost at 50%. I'm at 43%. 44%. Okay. So I'm at 373 out of 840. So as long as this quest completion gives me like 400 XP, I'll be good. Even if it only gives me like 100, I'm totally fine with that. I do not want to hit level 9. Here's the moment of truth. Is it possible to do all of the quests on Maple Island while specifically avoiding killing any monsters that aren't necessary? All right, chef, let's go. Looking for just a couple hundred points of XP. We don't want to overlevel here. Let's turn it in. 600? No! That means we hit level 9! No! 600? Fuck! That means it's not possible to do all the Maple Island quests as a magician. You overlevel. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Ugh. Oh my god. Oh my god, that hurts. That stings. I want to do every single quest. I'm over by 133 experience. I didn't kill that. I guess I just got unlucky with some of the drops. Hang on. Bruh. Hang on a second. Let me see if they have overflow protection in this server. There is a chance that I might not miss out on that skill point if I go class change. Yeah, this character might be cooked. I think there's a taxi cab over here. Man, that really ruined my day. Wait, no, there is no taxi cab in Lith Harbor. That's right. Let me buy a Lith Harbor return scroll. Damn, I'm broke. So I can come back here and accept those quests. If this server is like very old school, and in old school MapleStory, if you were over leveled for your job advancement, then sucks to suck. If I have to walk to Hnesis, and then there's a taxi cab in Hnesis where I can fast travel to Alinea to get my job advancement. I think I only slayed 2 monsters that were specifically I didn't have a quest to kill, and just a handful of other monsters just because the drops that you need for quests aren't guaranteed. Ooh, spiky snails. I'm so upset. Hopefully I would understand if it's like, no, why didn't you job change at level 8? We tried to warn you. You're an idiot. I'll have to accept that. But it is a little bit unfortunate that I am mathematically gated from being allowed to do every single quest. Otherwise, I overlevel. I gotta remember to use my nimble feet for move speed. The walk of shame from Lith Harbor to Hnesis. So unfortunate for your boy. $600 experience for that chef quest. Damn, there's stumps and ribbon pigs already on this map? Dangerous. Oh god, I didn't hit that. Oh god. Just use your movement abilities. Just tank a couple hits, no big deal. Oh man, the Hinessus hunting ground. This spot is iconic, let me tell you. It's different layers of platforms that each have a different level range of monsters. And so it's usually very crowded because tons of different players in different level ranges will train here. All right, there's the taxi cab. We get a discount because we're a beginner, so we can go to Alinea. And then we go to the very top of Alinea to talk to Grendel the Very Old. Hang on. Is the shortcut still there? No, I think if Arwen is there, I think I'm really close to the top already. So the cab kind of drops you off right in the middle of the map. So you don't have to climb all the way to the top. That's nice, I suppose. Bruh. I wonder if there's like bonus dialogue where they're going to admonish me for not job changing fast enough. Sometimes you can't help it in my case. I did all the tutorial quests and I just got too overleveled. I was trying my best not to, I swear. Okay, so if I have 4 skill points, then we're fine. If we only have 1 skill point, then it's cooked and we have to make a new character. Moment of truth. 6. Okay, we're good. That means that we have 3 skill points from our job advancement and then 3 skill points from getting to level 9. Okay. Thank you so much for putting in overflow protection onto this damn server. Thank you so much. Our objective to complete every single quest is still on pace then. Okay, so let's take a look at our skills. MP recovery increases the amount of MP that we recover every 10 seconds. Scales with both skill level and character level. Nice. Magic Guard gives us the ability to, when we take damage, a percentage of that is inflicted on our MP rather than our HP. We get teleport in first job. Hell yeah. And Energy Bolt. What's cool about Energy Bolt is that it does not cost MP. I think we just want to take teleport. Like, Magic Claw is our primary damage skill. Ooh, this is interesting. We could go a lot of different paths where you could just have lower damage and just spam Energy Bolt. Or we can just keep putting points in MP recovery. I think I'm going to do MP recovery first. I'm gonna grab a point and teleport because I can't resist. I'm gonna put everything into MP recovery for now because this is going to give me more long-term value in terms of not needing to spend money on potions. And I want to take a look at teleport. Like I said, in a lot of these old school servers, everybody has their own vision for what they like to do. And teleport is typically a second job skill. You don't get it until past level 30. So getting it in first job is kind of sick. That's so... Okay. Having teleport so early is pretty cool. Did he give me any free equipment? No. Oh my god, it's cooked. I gotta assign my Energy Bolt as well. Energy Bolt doesn't use MP, so we're actually gonna save a lot of Mesos that way. And then will get Magic Claw next. My attack, my basic attack, does scale with intelligence. I don't know if I lose that scaling now that I've job advanced, if that protection is only for beginners. But we can take a quest from Wing, which is an NPC. Oh, shit! You know what? Those quests that were in Lith Harbor from the Viking guy, Olaf, I can't do that quest because I job advanced. So I can't actually do that quest. So it's kind of failed anyway. I guess I won't think about it too hard. I didn't know if we had protection or not. This is only the alpha test of this server, so at least we know. I need help on my homework. 20 tree branches, 20 squishy liquids, and 5 slime bubbles. Okay. It's a blight on our record. Right? Bad. Oh man, the teleport is so sick. I know exactly where to find. I think it's through this portal. Wait, this is a new area. We have to go to the northern path. Oh, having the teleport is so cool to get it first job. It definitely makes me feel more like a mage. That's a good change. Okay, wow, a lot of slimes. All right, let's get to work. Let me test my melee attack. Yeah, now that I've job advanced, I lost my beginner scaling. Ooh, I can teleport while I'm in the middle of my attack animation. Okay, I'm glad I chose Magician. Now, this is all slimes. And in my experience, stumps also appear on this map, but I might need to move a bit further forward. Oh, God. You can't cast spells while in the air. I think with Energy Bolt you can't, but maybe with Magic Claw we can. There used to be like an old frame perfect input where you could jump cast. But again, our Magic Bolt doesn't cost MP, so we get to take down all these monsters for free. There's so many slimes on this map. Wow. I'm just checking to see if I can find some stumps to hunt, because I have to find tree branches for Wing. Nope. Actually, hang on a second. Let me try something. There they are. Yeah, okay. The tree that grew 2. Oops. I have to make sure I'm teleporting and not taking damage. It's tough to say. Because, like, I have some MP recovery from my skills. I'm going to try to maybe go one more map north to see if there's a higher concentration of stumps. Because I need 20 tree branches. Oh yeah, there's more way up here. Cool. Uh. Oh man, I need to put points into my teleport so it's longer range so I can actually teleport through monsters and use it like a dodge. This is actually like really fun to be to get teleport in first job and kind of weave it into my attacks like this. I need to find a wand because that gives me magic attack. So it actually increases the damage of my magic bolt. I'm getting a lot of scaling from my just intelligence stat. But I do need to be careful. Can I? Hang on a second. These? Oh, I can get tree branches from these. Nice. Still a long way to go. Luckily, my passive MP recovery is pretty decent. So my energy bolt is free, and then all the MP that I save, I can just dump into my teleport. So I can try to stay safe. I definitely couldn't resist taking teleport. What is normally a second job mobility skill. We found where all the stumps live, which is great, because we just need to backtrack like one map that's just exclusively slimes. 13. Really cool, too, to make Energy Bolt not cost MP. Because in first job, you know, if you're playing like a warrior or something, you have a really high attack power when you're so that your just normal attack like this, you can just punch stuff without needing to use any skills. So you have an easy way to save up money because you don't need to spend on MP potions to use a skill. And so this gives magicians a free way to still use their scaling intelligence skill to fight monsters in these early levels. Really, really good change. Bravo. Because they changed it because thieves use daggers and throwing stars. And like for bandits, you also have some luck scaling and some strength scaling, which is kind of weird. And I believe on this server they changed it so that daggers only scale off of luck now. So there's not any weird thing where... Because daggers were technically able to be equipped by... Or at least a lot of the low and mid-level ones were able to be equipped by warriors and stuff too. And it just didn't make any sense. It was very quirky, but there wasn't a use case for it. It was just like a very strange, I'm a warrior and I'm using a dagger. Or there was even strength daggers that had a strength requirement. One of my favorite old school MapleStory weapons, the Cass, is like this spiky kind of trench knife looking dagger that had a strength requirement. It was very silly. There's all the stumps. I'm noticing as well as I'm hunting monsters that they are spawning on different platforms away from me, and it's forcing me to rotate around the map. I can't just stay on the same couple of platforms and still find monsters. So that's actually pretty cool. I guess it kind of makes it more difficult to divvy up a map, potentially, if one player has a much higher DPS or has like a mobbing skill. Might affect the spawn rates in different parts of the map. But when you're soloing a map, being forced to rotate where the monsters are spawning is pretty cool. All right, so we have all the tree branches we need. And let me just jump down. I'm not going to take any fall damage from this height, right? No, I can't tell if that was fall damage or slime damage. I think because I was fighting monsters so much at the top of the map, the bottom of the map here is like really densely populated. Fortunately, slimes don't hit super hard. But I am taking like a lot of touch damage. And now for the rest of this quest, I need squishy liquid, which I already have. I need one more slime bubble. Slime bubbles are the rare drop from slimes. The little antenna thing that they have, that's their slime bubble. There it is. This thing. All right. So, damn, okay, that slime was moonwalking. We got to be careful because if you die, you actually lose like a percentage of your of your experience. Just teleport through them. Go. And now we have to talk to Wing to turn in that quest. The other quest that we have available is back in Lith Harbor. We bought that Lith Harbor return scroll. So we'll go back to Lith Harbor. Accept that quest. Nice, some blue potions. Okay, now we got 3 more skill points. I think we just keep dumping into MP recovery, ironically. Energy Bolt is a 1-point wonder skill. Magic Claws, it's already better than Energy Bolt. It uses MP. This is a toughie. I got those MP potions just now. I'm like trying to save money. Because in old school MapleStory especially, it's very hard to earn Mesos. Through just grinding. Normally, I guess like most MMOs, you get most of your money from high-end equipment or rare drops and stuff that you sell to the NPCs or to other players. I am going to... How much money do I have? I have 1,000 Mesos right now. 1,300. I'm looking for the equipment shop. I want to buy a wand, I think, to increase my damage. And then that way, I don't have to get Magic Claw right away. And then I can save money that way. Yes, we'll take the wooden wand. Wooden staff is stronger. Wait, Magic attack 35, magic attack 35. Wand is just better than wooden staff. Weird. Because it says it has a slower attack speed. 35 magic attack. And this also has 35 magic attack. Oh my god, it's 2,000 mesos? Hang on. I can sell my headband. What else can I sell? This is, oh my god, what a fucking struggle this is. Never sell your potions. Like, this is just free value. You're going to use them all anyway, if you can help it. God, I'm 400 short. Hang on. How much does my fruit knife sell for? 500? Hell yeah. We're in there. And we'll buy the wooden wand. Let's go. All right, let's look at our damage. $17 to $51. Okay. Might Magic Fates drops in 4 days. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. And now... Okay, then we've got the other quest. So we'll use the Return to Lith Harbor scroll to talk to Tio. I can use my teleport to move faster. Like, this is so broken. Oh, wait, I never, We can make our teleport a little bit longer, and then we'll put into MP recovery. I think this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to ride the magic bolt train, the energy bolt free MP train for a long time. And then just keep putting into MP recovery and just try to save money that way. All right, so what does Tio have to say? 20 snail shells and 15 mushroom spores. Okay. This should be pretty easy. The outside of town is like all snails. And then we'll move on to... This is Perion, Bruce and Anessis, and then Icarus in Kerning. Did you start a new character? Yeah, I found a new MapleStory server. Old school MapleStory server. That has like some cool changes. Their own vision, of course, for like rebalancing the game and stuff, so I'm giving it a try. This one is a true old school server where it's 1x experience rate. So we're going to be leveling a lot slower than we did in Chrono Story. In Chrono Story, the base experience rate was doubled, and the experience rate for completing quests was tripled. But rather than being a flat increase, this server made it so that like individual quests are tweaked individually to be more desirable to clear rather than just giving a raw increase. Because you remember there's a lot of people who were saying in Chrono Story that even with the increase, there's a lot of quests that are just like not viable. And I like to do all the quests anyway. What's really funny is I did all the tutorial quests and it put me at level 9. When you're supposed to do your job advancement to a magician at level 8. But fortunately, we still were able to get our skill points. So we didn't get punished for accidentally over-leveling Yeah, my other character, I was playing a fighter, but I decided to make a magician because they changed some of the skills around, and they made it so you get teleport in first job, which is just so sick for being able to travel from A to B and just have general mobility in maps. I'm going to make an ice lightning mage. When you make a magician, there's three. It's a 3-split job advancement to get an ice lightning mage, a fire poison mage, or a cleric. And they made it so that energy bolt is free. This is like your basic spell as a magician. And they made it so it doesn't cost MP. So it's a great way to grind on monsters early without having to lose a bunch of money having to buy MP potions. I had to use every single bit of money I had to buy my first wand. Oh, speaking of which, we're going to have the this is such an authentic experience, let me tell you. Being just broke as hell, you can't even afford the gear for your level. Actually ridiculously good. Like, when I started playing Chrono Story, it was mostly because I wanted to just get a taste for playing a fighter, a warrior class, in anticipation of Classic World. But yeah, and I was trying to explain that the ability to get mesos, the rate of leveling was super, super unrealistic, but this one is feels more familiar. Okay, so we need 2 more snail shells to complete the quest for Tio. Oh my god, the teleport is so sick! I love having teleport in first job. I'm going for a weird build where I'm just putting points into teleport for just movement and quality of life, relying on energy bolt and putting the rest of my points into MP recovery. In the original version, your first job skills had one of your skills was more MP per level. And because it was a compounding skill, you had to put everything into getting more MP per level for your first handful of levels as a magician. And they got rid of that to just bake it into the scaling of your class. 15,000 mesos. Oh my god. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my god, 15,000 mesos. I can buy my starting gear now. Unbelievable. Thank you, Tio. Bruh, I'm so glad I bought that Lith Harbor scroll. So I can come back here and do that quest. Alright, next we have to go to Hennesis. Wait. No, I have to go to Alinea to buy my gear. Maybe it's fine. Maybe I can get away with not needing my magician gear. I have my wand, so I think it's fine. I think Kerning is technically... It's close. Kerning, I think, is closer. Than Hennesis, so I can talk to Icarus first. Nice. Like, my damage is chill. You know what I mean? There's probably some stronger stuff I could fight, especially if I had Magic Claw. Oh, good job, babe. Hang on a second. I have to edit Heidi's avatar for her. Admin privileges. Oh, man, this is tight. Okay, let me check the world map. Okay, we're coming up to it's called the Three-Way Road Split. It's a hub map that leads to Kerning, Hnesis, and then Lith Harbor. These, like, metal snails are new. I don't know if this is a custom monster or if it is in MapleStory and on a different map that I just don't know about. Thank you for that healing, love. Yeah, so let's head up here. Actually making my way to Kerning will be a little bit dangerous. As long as I can hit the enemies, I'll be fine. Because on the way to Kerning, traditionally, the strongest thing you fight is, like, blue mushrooms. And blue mushrooms are pretty spooky, if I'm not gonna lie. I don't have any mastery. That's why my damage range is, like, all over the place. You start to get mastery in second job, where it evens out your damage range. I gotta keep remembering to use nimble feet for the movement speed. Just have to slowly fight my way through all these damn snails. My damage is going to spike like crazy once I finally start putting points into Magic Claw. Let me check the map. I can't remember if Elf Forest is the dead end or if this does lead to Kerning. Okay, yeah, no, we're on the right pace. We're on the right track. Green mushrooms, I don't think I can fight. I don't remember them being on the way to Kerning. Or maybe they always were here and I just don't remember. They hurt. Do not let them touch you. There's a chance I might be able to actually fight them. Ooh, I hit it. That's good. Oh, that's a really good sign. Okay. They're very tanky to only give 22 XP, though. And, like, the slimes give 10. It's one of those calculations you have to make regarding your DPS, like how much damage you do, how many hits it takes you to clear a monster. If I had Magic Claw, then that probably changes the formula quite a bit. But I'm being very frugal here and just relying on my free spell. I was able to clear green mushrooms. I think blue mushrooms are stronger than green mushrooms. Oh my god, I can hit it. Oh, it's not guaranteed. Damn, tanky. Okay, that's very promising. The L Forest is a bit of a maze. Yeah. We jump, climb up here, and then fall down onto the other side. And then we're on to the next map. As you get more money, you know, you get higher leveled. You can spend a little bit on the taxi cab to just fast travel. But when you're low level like this and you have to walk everywhere to save money, it's actually really chill. Red headband. What does this give me? Strength? No, it's just a basic headband. That'll sell for a couple hundred mesos. That's... Oh my god, there's a Lupin down there? Oh my god. That's so troll. That monkey is called a Lupin. They're strong as fuck. They don't, they still deal touch damage, but they don't use their ranged attack on you unless you hit them first. So, like, if you miss a jump, there's a lot of troll pits like that in Old Maple Story, too. They'll put a really strong monster in a pit at the bottom of the map. I think I can just walk right over there like this. Might as well just clear stuff on the way, get some mesos. Brown Duo is, I can't remember if it's a bowman glove or it's a thief glove. Strength +2, weird. I don't know if strength bandits are a thing in this version. I imagine not. Like I said, there are some daggers that have a weird strength requirement. And there's some late game equipment that has a strength requirement. There's a late game thief shield called the Kanjar, where it's a strength requirement to equip. I'm definitely sure I can't hit Iron Hogs yet. Ooh, we leveled. Nice. So we're just going to put another point into... Increases the amount of MP recovered every 10 seconds. And then the teleport, still 15 MP, but it goes a little bit further. Goes a little bit further. I don't know if it's going to have a static value of always. I'm not putting any points into luck yet because I don't have any equipment to equip, even if I do put anything into luck. I don't know if it affects my accuracy formula. Oh my god, that's a lot of blue mushrooms down there. We got to be careful. But I'll start putting points into luck when I actually start getting equipment. Like, that's so cool, having the ability to teleport while in the middle of my spell animation. A pig's head. Yes. Those are super rare drops, by the way. Pig's heads. You need a handful of them for various quests over the course of the early mid-game. There's one quest, I think, where you need to find 10 of them. I think there's another quest where you need, like, 20-something. It's, like, really cringe. But generally speaking, pigs are a good enemy to train on. Yeah, now my teleport's pretty decent. It kind of makes sense, I suppose, that magicians would get teleport in first job because thieves get dark sight in first job. And dark sight allows you to turn invisible and just walk through monsters. So it's also a way to, you know what I mean, go from point A to point B without having to worry about dodging monsters all like that. And the teleport gives me that ability, but also just some general mobility to keep my distance. Oh, wait. Also, this version is very, very faithful. Does not have any down jumping. So having teleport gives me a pseudo down jump. Where I can pass through a platform. Down jumping is a thing in MapleStory, and generally they preserve it in a lot of the like MapleStory world servers and different interpretations because it's just counted. Even in Classic World, it's been confirmed that there's down jumping. It's just considered a decent quality of life for the game, but it's not necessary. When you actually trace the history of MapleStory, they didn't add down jumping until way, 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 way later in its lifespan. And so a lot of these older maps just really aren't designed around it. So it makes getting it around very bland. And like, I don't mind walking and traveling and actually having to make the journey from A to B. The teleport makes it a little bit faster and a little bit more convenient, but down jumping lets every class do it, and it flattens map design for certain maps. It makes them a little bit too efficient to practice on. I can appreciate the sentiment. Let's see what Icarus has to say. Oh man, this guy's got the whole fit. Which of these monsters will you not see near Kerning City? Hector? Which of these NPCs will you not see in Kerning City? I don't know who any of these people... Don Giovanni? I know Mong from the Kong lives over here. Yeah, that's a coconut dagger. That's a strength dagger. Coconut knife. Interesting. But this is one of those quests where you can just brute force it. Balin? To make your way to Orbis, you go to Alinea. Can you get me 50 rat's tails? You can find them from Ratty in the subway. Okay. Sounds good to me. This is a beginner quest, so... Are they going to make me pay to get into the subway? That used to be a thing. Oh no, I'm out of MP. These blue slimes are called bubblings. There are some quests to take them down as well. Uh-oh. I'm looking for ratties. That's a new enemy. I haven't heard of it before. Sturges or bats. Maybe they're down here. I don't remember these things hitting too hard. So there's no world map in the subway. Ratty. Let's just keep going to the general layout of the subway is that when you head further to the right, look, these things hit. Yeah, this is not, I'm not supposed to be here yet. These things deal 50 damage. My God. Maybe I do have to pay. Ratty. Yeah, that's a new enemy. Very interesting. To be fair, I'm still wearing like default equipment, so I have like no defense, which is why those things hit so hard. Let me talk to this guy. You can enter if you purchase a ticket. Okay, so let's go. There's a portal I'm just noticing here on the left side. Let's go this way to find rats. Ah, here they are. Nice. Okay, I can two-shot them. They give 12 XP each. Not too shabby. Ew, the rat's tails look gross. That's okay. Oh, man. We got somebody down here in a chair. That's what you got to do to save money. Famine? That's a cool name. You gotta get 50 rat's tails. Man, Energy Bolt, my beloved. I have to, like, climb up so that I can jump down. This might be the spot. 12 experience a pop doesn't seem too bad. We will potentially hit a pocket where we don't have any quests to do. So we just have to find a solid map to train on. But I don't think that'll be for a while. If we run out of quests, we'll probably be in level range to start trying to look for KPQs. Which was something that Chrono Story did not have. Kerning Party Quest was not available. So it'll actually be really fun to do some party quests. And like when I was speculating about Classic World, I was saying that that's something they really need to do. Is add more party quests. So that players come together and are a bit more social. Something that's more efficient than just running off into some obscure map and grinding by yourself. And they're generally a really good source of Mesos as well. So players, everybody's going to be starting from scratch, right, in Classic World. So we need to be able to build up some money. And you do need a batch of your most hardcore players. You need a way for them to sort of power level out of some of the earlier maps. so they aren't overlapping too hard with people who really want to train. It's cool. I've actually seen more players on this server so far than I was expecting, which is kind of tight. It looks like that little part of the platform isn't safe, but it is. Oh, here comes our res. Appreciate that. It'd probably be easier if I did invest in Magic Claw. I'm pretty sure Magic Claw would one-shot these because it hits twice. But DPS is for people with money. DPS is for people with money. Interesting. Ooh, what is that? Gained an item. Magic cloth. A piece of cloth imbued with magical power. All of the ores and like crafting materials go into their own window now. I think it might be because I'm training here. Patch time. The server will be going through a scheduled maintenance in 5 minutes. Aww. Oh man. I was actually grooving. Okay. Patch time. Okay, this is probably a good time to end the stream then. Oh man, that's brutal. That is unfortunate. But all right, if they're patching, then so be it. I had a lot of fun. The server will be going through a scheduled maintenance in 10 minutes. Bit more time for the PQ. Yo, that's actually so hyped. They're like, you get 10 more minutes. Because there's some people in a PQ right now. We don't want to boot them. The devs are homies? Unbelievable. Ooh, a beanie. Now, the equipment drops you get from monsters are generally very bad. But it's free mesos. You have to think of it basically like sometimes a monster will drop an extra couple hundred mesos. Oh, we actually completed our quest. Hell yeah. Nice. We have enough time to turn this quest in before the servers close down. I don't know how long the maintenance is going to be. Oh my god, the countdown. 9 minutes. It's like that part in Metroid Prime where you have to rush to get off world before it explodes. I think that's every Metroid game now that I think about it. I don't think it was in the first one. I think they did. I think it was a tradition that was started in Super Metroid, where after you clear the final boss, the steps not having, like, that's so, what? This isn't a slope. They're actual stairs that you have to jump up. Crazy. Ooh, shop ticket. Nice. 8 minutes. All right, chat. 8 minutes. We're at 89%. Can we fight Ligators? Let's see. These look different. Another shop ticket. Oh my god, I can barely touch these things. How much XP do they give? Tanky boy. The test redeem was just another thing that we had for testing the avatar system. Since I can kind of touch these and I have a safe spot to just like spam at it, I'm wondering how much XP these give. This can't be worth, obviously. This thing's got a lot of HP. Back in the original Maple Story, Magic had like a really messed up 57 XP. Yeah, that's not worth it. But for real though, I might actually be able to level up in 7 minutes before the server goes down for maintenance. Six minutes. Let's fight these bubblings. The chests, I'll definitely have to edit to give them a bigger drop table. The shop tickets are a unique item for the chests. Wow, those are tankier than I remember. 26. Yeah, we definitely, I think we can get there. No, I died. Oh, brutal. Okay. When you die, you lose XP. I'm a scrub. Okay, that's fine. First death achievement. All right, but I am going to go. Server's going down for maintenance. We'll be able to level up some other time. I might play a little bit off stream. I can feel the itch, but I've got work to do as well. Let me know for Saturday if we want to do like maybe an EUIC watch party. We'll figure it out. We'll see what I'm in the mood for. I ended up playing Mahjong yesterday because Chrono Story was also under maintenance. Captain Sarah reminding me that I have to fix the cosmetics for this skin because the anchor point is on the wrong layer. All right, but I am going to go. Really appreciate y'all hanging out with me today. Shout out to the devs as well for this amazing server. I'm just here to mess with shit. Yeah, I think you've got a lot of points. It's a bit laggy, but that's okay. All right. Peace out. 25K to go. Yeah, I gotta keep making more features for people to use to spend their channel points on.